The documentary Lady Wrestler, the amazing untold story of African American women in the ring, will be released on DVD and streaming services this fall. The centerpiece of the movie is the astounding athletic ability of Babs Wingo, Ethel Johnson, and Marva Scott. These women were three of the fiercest wrestlers of the 1950s and 60s, and they just happened to be sisters. I had the pleasure of interviewing Ethel Johnson for the documentary before she passed away in September of 2018. However, Babs and Marva both passed away in 2003. Even though I never got to meet Babs or Marva, I have tremendous respect for them. In this video, I'm going to focus on Babs. The quintessential guide on African American wrestlers, Black Stars of Professional Wrestling by the late historian and author Julian Shabazz describes Babs. Babs Wingo was one of the most popular female wrestlers from the 1950s. The pioneering Wingo from Columbus, Ohio, my hometown, was a holder of the fictitious colored women's title. One of the things I most admire about Babs is that she was in the first interracial championship in the early 1950s with World Wrestling Champion Mildred Burke. The 50s, as has been well documented, was a time when African Americans were very much under the thumb of Jim Crow. The fact that Babs, a black woman, could step into a wrestling ring and hold her own with a white woman like Mildred Burke was truly an amazing feat, not only because of Babs's race, but because of her gender. This was a time when not only African Americans were oppressed, but women were still expected to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. The fact that Babs and her sisters, Ethel and Marva, were able to defy society's limitations placed on women was an awesome act of bravery, especially considering she was only a teenager at the time. Here's a clip from Lady Wrestler in which Ethel tells a fascinating and hilarious story about how her sister Babs reacted when one overzealous fan during a match in Mexico stabbed Babs in the ankle with broken glass.
Babs was so crazy. She ran out the ring behind him. She said, if I ever catch you, I'm killing you. She did catch him. She had him by the hair standing up there like that. And her leg was just streaming blood.